Hello, welcome back. It's Brenda. I thought today we would carry on with our Winter Tales journal. We'll put in the signature today, and then we'll do some of the ephemera pieces, and we'll just have some fun. If you're ready, grab your stuff. If you're crafting along with me, if you're making one, grab your stuff, and we'll just carry on. I already poked the holes because sometimes I struggle with not the lining up, but I didn't do an actual template this time. Like if I was to do a template, you just do a piece of cardboard, 1/2 inch, and then mark it, put the holes in it, and that's how you would do your pages. I didn't do that this time. Why? I have no clue. What I did is I just lined up and I put a mark where I'd put my holes, and then I opened it up and then I punched the holes in. Yeah, I made it a little more difficult for myself rather than just doing it with a template. But yeah, I just decided to do it freehand today. Anyway, let's hope it turns out. If it doesn't, well, I'll make it work somehow. Anyway, how are you all doing? Sorry, I didn't even ask. I'm doing good. I just waited for my husband to finish. He was drilling, so I just needed to wait for him to finish before I came on. Anyway, I just put the thread through the center, and I'm using a big-eyed needle. It's just easier for my hand to use. So I came through the middle. I'm just going to come through the top. And because I'm using, we'll go through the papers in a minute. I should have done that first. You know what? Let's do that first. Sorry. I'll just take off one side so that you can see. So this silver paper, it's a fabric paper. And I took some of this mesh. It's from Dollarama, and it's blue snowflakes, and it's very pretty. Anyway, I laid it across it and I sewed up the sides and along the bottom to hold it. And these papers are from the kit, and I have coffee dyed paper, and I found a silver doily. White. I like doilies in journals. It just gives it a nice pretty look. And so more paper. I didn't add white sheets of paper. It's just coffee dyed, and then the beautiful pages of the paper line. And then some more coffee dyed. And another one. I put 2 of those doilies in. That's what I had, so that's what I used. And then here, and then this is our center, which is quite gorgeous. And I didn't want to cut it all off, so I folded it up and I angled it in the center, and then folded it up for pockets. And they'll get glued after it gets sewn in. Anyway, so sorry about that, but I thought I'm just going to show you. That was my intention, but I was just like, sew it in, sew it in. But I did a couple things without you, but I'll show you those when we're done. Okay, let's try again. So through the center. And this is the part that I struggle with the most. Sewing it in so it's actually gonna, go in. So I'm gonna go through the top hole. I didn't attach it to the cover either. I like the cover to be free so that I can do it. And then I just need to find my hole again. That's what happens, take everything apart. So, but you can always fast forward through this part if you know what you're doing. And that's okay. But I know that there are some that like to see this part, and so that's why I'm doing it. All right, so it's through the top, through the middle, and then I'm going to come down to the bottom. And I'm right-handed, but it's easier for me to do it like that when it's on the proper side. So just let me rethread it. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. My Tom, he's just putting some flooring in the pantry so that we can put the stuff back in there and get the rest of the floor prepped for new. All right, so that's in, just like that. And so I have my tail on the one side, and I'm just going to hold it. And then you're going to come back up through the center like that. And then hopefully not going through the thread that's there. I will try and, see, I get different holes. I want to make a different hole. It's like, yeah, it's not going to work. I'm just going to put this through. Sometimes it helps if you put your pokey tool through one of the other holes, and it helps to keep it aligned. But see, there we go. So that worked really well for me. Yay! So we'll just take it out again. And then I'm just going to make sure that each of these, there's one on either side, because you're going to tie your signature up with this. So just make sure that it's snug, not too tight. Oh no, it didn't go back through. Ah! Oh, Brenda. All right. See, y'all, mistakes happen, and I made it. So what in the world is going on here? Well, I have to take it all out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was just having a struggle, as you saw. So I sewed through 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And yeah, I had just a bit of a struggle, but it's done and it's pretty. And I left it long because I don't know if I'm going to put some dangles on there or not. And when I decide, then I'll figure out what to do with this, and I'm going to add a little dab of glue there. Just, it's triple knotted, but maybe I will just add a touch of glue there, and that's just to hold it, just to ensure that it stays. And I'll just do that. So yeah, I apologize for that, but rather than have you watch me struggle, it's better that I just did it off camera and then come back. So let me just get rid of my needle and my pokey tool. There we go. All right, so there we have. And on the front, I took some silver paint, I watered it down, and then I splattered it. I'm not sure if you can see the splatter or not, but, and then I inked up the spine, and then I put some spatter on the back as well. All right, so there's the pockets that we had made. Now we can go through it properly. So there we have all these pretty pages, and these can be stamped on. You can use your stencils, you can paint, you can dress everything and anything up. And I only did one signature because the spine is only 1/2 inch wide. And if I used 2, it would have been crowded, especially after decorating and stuff like that. So yeah, so I like to just go, you know, every few pages or whatever and just put them flat, because, you know, that's going to be a nice book when it's done. And then these are pockets. I told you that I had sewn around on them. So yeah. Anyway, so that's our journal so far. So I thought today we could work on some bits of ephemera, and then put our corners on. And I just wanted to tell you, I don't know if you can notice, I haven't inked anything yet because I wanted to show you, but I used a nail file, and I just went around all the edges and I filed them down so that they're really nice, a nice edge on there at the edges of the book. So just like that, and I went all around and and then when you ink it, the ink, it will grab really well, whatever color you use for your journal. All right, I'll show you a couple of things that I had made off camera. These were all of our strips from the paper, so I just made a paper ruffle with the different papers, which was fun to do. And then they can get used down the edge of a page, or, you know, for whatever else. And gotta show you this fun thing. So I made this little paper clip just with some of the pieces of the paper, and I put 2 of the snowflakes on. And this stuff here is fake snow. And so I made this, and it's a hidden little tuck spot there for a little tag in there, and it's a paper clip in there as well. And then I just added some lace down the side. But this is the stuff I used. It's called Snow Tex. It's by Deco Art, and I picked it up at Walmart a few years ago. It still works. You know, it says use a palette or a sponge or something. I used my finger. So I just kind of mixed it around a little bit on the top there, and then put some, and it hardens. So if you use that stuff or try it, you can put it onto a stamp block, and you can add a touch of ink to it, and it would add some pretty textured stuff there. Or when it's hard and dry like this, you can paint it or whatever you want to do with it. So I just thought that was a fun little thing I wanted to show you. And then that is just a piece of the paper, and this is some of that fabric stuff that I had got. It's from Dollarama, and it's chunky glitter fabric, $2 for a whole row. A roll, sorry, not a row. But there's a ton on here. If you can see that, there's lots. And it feels really nice. There's gold and the silver. I'm not sure if they have any other colors. That's just what I've seen here at mine, where I live. So other places they may have other colors. I'm just not sure. All right, so what else did I do? I just added some lace to the bottom. Like this can be a pocket or a tuck spot. And so let's just, I just took a few little elements and let's just move that. So I have my box here, and it's got all my little pieces in it. And I just put some trim there, and these are the chipboard pieces that come with it. Like, yeah, so I made sure that they weren't stickers, but they're very tough, and some of the pieces are huge. And then I just added, I was originally going to add these into the journal, but then I decided I wanted to have it as a flip on a page. And then the back of it could be an extra pocket. So, okay, enough of that. Let's go. Let's do something. All right. I had a word there, but the word's gone. So we'll use this one. So I thought we could just put some pockets together. I have a few pockets, but we'll do them together, and then we'll add them in to our journal as well. And I just have my broken china. So sorry if the video was a little chaotic at the beginning there. It's just, sometimes I don't know if I stress because I can't do something, you know, the first time, but it's like, whatever. So, but it's all good now, thankfully. So I'm just going to add some ink. If you have decorative punches, you can use your decorative edge punches or whatever you want and do a nice topper on this, and it would look just gorgeous. All right, just do that, and then I just have this little piece of lace. I do have my hot gun at the ready, so I'm just gonna, let's just do it. I'm just gonna use my hot glue for expedience sake. Push it in with my chin because it's a new one. There we go. And I'm not gonna push it down all the way. If you just tap it, then it gives it some dimension, which is really nice. Push it in with my chin again. Whatever works, I say. And then just like that. And then I have Winkostella. I mean, I can just shimmer it all up like nothing if you want, you know, and if you have stuff like that, your silver paint, gold paint, whatever your colors are, then that would be wonderful. I'm just happy that you're all enjoying the start of this, and hopefully that'll carry on. So there we go. And see, there's some dimension under there. It's not all stuck down flat, which is nice. So there's our pocket. And then I have just this, it was just a piece of paper that I just angle cut it so it can be a corner pocket. And then let me grab the journal and then I'll show you what I was thinking. So if we take like this page, it could go here, maybe on the opposite side actually. I kind of like it to go on a flatter side, an edge I mean. So if it goes here, then come here, this piece can go there. And then you can put a tag inside and have it tucked up, or you can have your things here and then have stuff tucked up inside. It would be your choice, right? But let's dress them up. Dress them up, then we'll decide what we're doing. And then I have this trim. It's got a silver edge. Very pretty. Just cut a piece off. more than I need, of course, but you know, you could put it could go at the bottom. You could turn it and have it in here like this. That's pretty too. Or down the edge, whatever you want. But I think I'm going to put it along the bottom. And I like it when it hangs off. It just gives it, I don't know, a look of prettiness. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what we're going for. And you don't have to put it all the way across a page. You can scrunch it up and give it like a ruffle. So it can be like a ruffle, you know. I'm just going to use my little tool here so I don't burn my fingers. It has happened. There we go, and then I'll just trim it off. Those can be used for something else. And so there we go. And we have that nice little trim at the bottom. And then all of these pieces in here, some of them are huge. Like, look how big that is. Just so big. And then we have her, or this one, and this, my goodness, he's just gigantic. And I cut one out of paper, like in their little fussy cut bits. I just cut one of them out. But what do you think? Do you think she'd be okay there? She just needs a little something. I'm not sure what. Maybe some of these snowflakes, or a word. That would be all right. I mean, we have these pieces, we might as well use them. That's what they're there for, right? To get them used. So I'm gonna add her there. Maybe I will just ink around her a little bit. Try not to get her face blue. There we go. Just adds a little dimension to it, I think, when you ink around. Little dot there. Just gonna turn this around. And she goes right just about to the top of it. That one I did press down a little bit, just because these pieces, because I've had them so long, being in the package has curled them a bit. Can you see that? It's got a bit of a curl to it. So I try to flatten them out as best I can. There we go. Yeah, there hasn't been much going on lately. It's just we're just plugging away and trying to get things done, and yeah, it's been awesome. My husband has just been amazing. Well, he's always amazing, but you know what I mean. All right, and then yeah, I waited for him to finish. He was drilling. Yeah, I told you that. Anyway, I'm just gonna get this little black thing out of here. This is a brand new Wink of Stella. It's a clear one. So I'm just gonna, and basically what you do is it tells you to push. So I'm just gonna give it a little push, and then all of the stuff inside comes down, and then it can be used. So I'm gonna do the bottom of her dress. Oop. Says it's clear, but didn't come out clear. And then it has time to dry. So just like that. And so there's a kind of a little shimmer there. It's quite wet right now. but I'll set that aside to dry. There we go. Oh, sorry. So there's that one. And more can be added, obviously. Like I might come back and, you know, like flick some paint on it or something. Now this one, all I did was add lace to it. But I have this beautiful bird here. And I mean, there's a couple of red birds there. So I thought, why not just add him there? And he can be another pocket. And then I have some little snowflakes in here. A couple of different colored ones. Oh, that one might be too light. I'll see if I have another dark one that's smaller. There's one. Oh yeah. And see, it doesn't take a lot of embellishment to make things pretty or beautiful. You just add just a couple things and they already pop, you know? Don't be afraid to just do it. If you don't like it, well, it can be fixed. I just had some glue go on my finger. Not good. All right, I just sort of sat him on one of the branches on the picture there. And his tail's out to touch. That's okay. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. It just gives it another look of goodness. And I'm not going to press these down too hard. I just want them to have a little bit of dimension. Down there, I better make a decision. It will end up drying on me. All right, and there you go. You can round the corners if you want. You can put a decorative edge on there if you want, like I said. But yeah, but this is how fast things go. We've already got 3 things made and we have our journal together. So now this little piece, let me just check and make sure it's going the way it's supposed to. All right, so that's how it'll be. Now let me check. I have words and stuff, but I punched these out. I have a sprig punch from Stampin' Up. I'll show you that end because the other side's shiny, but that's what it looks like. They've really gotten out of a lot of their punches. Like, they don't even sell the circle punches anymore. Nothing like that. Like, I know that they have die cuts, but the punches are just convenient. Right, to me anyway, they're convenient. Anyway, I'm just going to darken up the blue a little bit on these, and then I'm going to add them onto there. You think? Well, they're a bit like the page though, aren't they? But let me just move that one. I don't think I need 3. Let's see if I have a little a word or something. Like the paper comes with a lot of different embellishments and stuff, and this one I just glued a flower onto it. But what if we just do that? What do you think? Maybe. Just not put glue here. There we go. Just like that. And then that's going to be the top of it, so there. Did I get a bit of glue there? Just a tiny bit. And then, the nice thing about this glue is you can rub it off and it comes off clean. And so there we go. And then Let's see if I have a little, I should have a little, oh yeah, these little beauties here. And I get all of my bling stuff from the Dollarama. They always have, oh, didn't even come off. They always have packages of nice shiny things in any color. It's not just like a few of something, there's a lot of stuff. So, oh, that one lost its little glue dot. Boy, oh boy, I'm really having some issues today. How odd. But it happens, doesn't it? See if I can peel it off. But all of these things are old, but I'm just happy to get them used. So there we go. So that's our little corner. So shall we attach them into our journal, the stuff that we've made? We might as well, if you don't mind, hanging out. Where's our little corner? Let's just do our corner and, oh, that's still wet. Very wet. Woo! All right, so it's gonna go here. Goodness. So I'm not gonna use the hot glue for my pocket, obviously. That'll just be too much. So I'm just gonna glue the two sides and we'll get it into our journal right away. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying this and that you're able to craft and do your own journal. I would really like to see what you've come up with, and I'm just gonna tuck that along there and that. There we go. All right, and then that'll be the top corner. Oh, does that ever look sharp? What do you think of that? Man, I love that. All right, so I'm just gonna glue the two sides. Keep my thumb where it's not gonna have any glue. There we go. Just tack that down. There we are. And what do I have that could go in there? So it could go, you know, you could just have it like that, or you can have it tucked up inside. It's too tall. But you get the idea, right? Okay, so that's that pretty. All right. And then our little bird, I mean, he can go in the corner, and I really like the fact that it's going to, the lace will hang down. Do you see that there? Like, it looks so pretty hanging down like that. I quite like that. How about we put him here? What do you think? Maybe I'll round the corners on this one. There we go. And then just glue the three sides. You can glue two sides and leave it as a opening on the side if you'd like to. That'd be nice. There we go. I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be to the corner. I'm not going to put it right at the corner. I'm going to move it over a little bit. There we go. All right, so we have that in there. And what's nice is I can find everything because stuff's hanging down at the bottom. Okay, so that's 2. What do you think? Maybe put it there? Another pocket? I mean, belly bands, we'll make belly bands. Like this will be a great belly band. So, all right, let's just glue the 3 sides. It's Tuesday for me today, but you'll see this on Wednesday. And you know about the giveaway that is happening. What I didn't mention, I did put it in afterwards in the description, but it's going to stay open until December the 3rd because I'd really like to get things out to people. And so if you go to Monday's video and comment on that video and answer the question, then you will be entered into the draw. So here's our hidden paper clip. Oh, didn't want that in the way. So we can just pop that right on there. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? With the silver, so pretty. And then our little tiny guy, he's gonna go on the side somewhere, and I think I'm gonna prop him right here for now. And then I'm going to, let's see what I can add there for now. I have these little circle pieces of ephemera that came in the pack. I'm just gonna pop that right there for now. Okay, so that's our makes for today. We have the hidden paper clip that I did, and then we did our pocket and the hidden paper clip there, and we did our side tuck and our top tuck, and then this pocket as well. I'm just going to add in that there. Might as well add a few things as we go, right? Just so that we know that they are pockets. So we don't need her there. She's already on the pocket. But it comes with journaling cards and stuff like that, and they're just beautiful. So just pop that underneath the tip there, just like that. And then in that pocket, she can go. And these things, we can add things to it or leave the stuff. You know, it doesn't matter. It's your preference, whatever you'd like to do. But I would like to leave some things plain so that you can decorate it yourself. And whatever isn't used, you know, if you're the winner of this giveaway, this one, then all the little pieces that I have will come with it so that you can just dress it up. All right, so before we go, I just want to add the corners, if that's okay. I'm quickly going to just ink the corners, just the corners, because we're going to put them on, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera so that you don't have to watch me do it. We all know how to ink, right? And if not, there are thousands of videos. All right, just like that. So without burning myself, that's the challenge. I usually just put the glue, make a nice generous amount in the center of it, and make sure the edges have the glue. And then I'm going to, sorry, I just brought it a little closer to me. And then I'm just going to add it right there. Isn't that beautiful? Boy, oh boy. Yep, it just adds something to it. Just like that. And I won't touch it. I'm going to let it set. And because these they're very, very thin, like I told you, and they're from Amazon, but they can be moved. I try not to move them a lot, but if you have to, then you have to, right? So there we go. And it might be a little too much glue, but you can get the rest off. You know, it's not, it won't be too difficult to have it come off. So I'm gonna just hold the corners like that for a second here. There we go. Get off all the glue hair. I usually call it something else, but nothing bad. Just something else. All right. Okay, 2 more, and then I'll let you get on with your day. Hopefully you've stuck out with me this long. If you have, I thank you. I appreciate that. Especially after the fiasco of earlier. Ugh, brother. Just need to, oh, and then my finger goes into it. And I may have to touch it up, but I don't know, we'll see. Oops. There. But it sure adds a beautiful look to the corners. Yeah, see, it's still a bit up because they're, I don't know, they're just bent. Try to get them at a proper angle, but sometimes it just takes a little bit. There we go. One more. There. I think that's the best one of all the corners. I managed to flatten it properly. So there we go. There's the back. Oh, and that one didn't even stay on. How odd. Well, I'll fix it off camera. I'm not going to fiddle with it. But there we go. So we have our 3 corners on. I'll put that one up back on when we're done. And that's what we have so far. So I really hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you've been crafting along and making your own journal, and if not, that you're doing your own thing. And thanks so much for hanging out with me. I quite enjoy hanging out with you guys and having conversations with you. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you for subscribing to my channel and for having conversations with me every day. Thanks for your emails. I hope you all take care. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Bye for now.